back to your favorite show, the Kucho and Button Show. We're here to talk about what's going on in the space of NFTs. We keep our friends updated. This is kind of a place where we try to provide education, a little bit of education to help people, especially those who are new entrants into the NFT space. And therefore, today we are specifically looking forward to discussing a little bit of how you can get involved in NFTs, even if you don't necessarily have a lot of ETH in your bag right now. There are many ways that you could still participate, whether it be a raffle or even just an opportunity to purchase something where you know that if you are able to purchase it at the initial price point, you know for a fact that it's already selling for more on the secondary market. And that's a very great position to be in. Cucho, how are you doing today? Are you looking forward to this discussion with our wonderful friends?
Yeah, I'm very excited. Yeah, and we always talk about that in NFTs and Web3 participation gets rewarded. And so we just want to share a few opportunities that we saw in the past where participation actually got rewarded. And like you pointed out, right now is a bear market. So, I mean, even us too, we are right now like a lot more hesitant to actually invest more capital into the NFT space. But we're not hesitant to just invest some of our time into opportunities where we think participation get rewarded, or just by investing, some of our time into projects. So yeah, let's share some of those opportunities from the past, and then we're going to give some tips of what to look for in finding these opportunities.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so I guess like if we want to talk about some that are from the past, one of my favorite ones of all time has to be cyber brokers. And for those of you who aren't familiar with cyber brokers, they're created by a very famous in the Web3 space artist called Josie. She's been creating crypto art for quite some time, and she created 10,000 different cyber brokers that are all participants in this journey of creating this incredible story about the metaverse. And they have a really incredible website. It's very, very advanced, everything that she's done thus far. And one thing that she's put together with her team is set it up so that there's these different quests that you can participate in. And in participating in these quests, you get the opportunity or the chance to actually get free NFTs for participating. And the very first one that ever went down was a very, very fun one that you had to connect to a website. You know, you go into the Discord, and then from there, you would actually get the opportunity to sign a contract with your wallet address. And the beautiful thing about it was that this wallet did not need to have a cyber broker in it. They wanted to allow anyone to participate. So if you just connected your wallet, signed the contract, if your wallet was one of them that signed it, you would have received this Lupus model arm. And right now it's got a floor of 0.39 ETH, which is about $700. So that would have cost you nothing but your active participation in trying out the quest. Once this came out that you could receive this, then everyone's eyes went to the Cyberbroker project, and everyone was very closely looking at what is the next adventure that they're going to take us on, because everyone had the expectation that since they did an airdrop like this one, there is going to be a chance for another airdrop. And the next one that they ended up doing was the mecha engine parts. And that was a little bit more complicated. It required you to have a few NFTs, but if you had one of these mecha arms, that would have been just enough for you to be able to get at least a free airdrop for participating one more time. So it's an ongoing game, but it all starts with participation. Kucha, do you have any questions or comments that you want to bring up from this fun adventure that Cyberbrokers brought us down the alleyway with?
Yeah. No, I mean, I think it's just a great example of where, without investing any funds, you can find entry points into projects. And I think this is one of the best examples, right? Just by paying attention to what the project is doing, participating in the quest, which was clearly communicated that it's open to everyone and not just holders of the Cyberbrokers NFTs. You were able to get the mecha arm, and then with that got one of the mecha engines airdropped. And so now you already have two. If you participate in everything, now you already have two NFTs in the Cyberbrokers ecosystem in your wallet. And what did you invest? Just a little bit of your time, but none of your ETH. And I think it's amazing that projects are creating like these opportunities, right? So that projects are not just restricted, for market participants with deep pockets, but actually there are entry points even for people that might don't have the funds or are might not ready to invest these funds, and they still can get into these projects. And right now, like we said, right now a lot of people are hesitant, so I think it's a great opportunities to maybe find similar opportunities with other projects.
Mm-hmm.
Also, what I would say in general right now, I think, which is a benefit of the down market, is that in general fewer people are paying attention to the NFT market overall. And this
Right.
also means that when opportunities like this are coming up with other projects, then there will also be fewer people participating in that, which is going to increase your odds to actually get rewarded, right? So highly encourage everyone, even in the down market, stick around, invest a little bit of your time. You don't know what's going to come from that in the long term.
Right. Yep. And Twitter and Discord are kind of the places. I would say Discord, you join the community, and that's how you get involved and actively participating. Since we're on this, we might as well talk about Deca art, because they've actually put it really, really easily together for people to do it. All you got to do is you just need to connect your wallet, and it's a free mint. So it costs very, very little. And then it's very easy to go from level 1 and now all the way to level 5. And in doing so, the higher the level you have, the higher likely that you can receive a reward that's actually worth some decent money, which includes the right click share, which was a piece of art that has been fractionalized, that was created by Xcopy himself. And even right now, that's good freaking money. 0.32 is good cash money. I am very, very, who doesn't want $520 worth, or it's almost $600 worth of NFT when it costs you nothing but your participation? For those of you who are curious, that green pixel is one of these single pixels somewhere on this piece of art. And so you own that. And then the grand total of this one of one piece of art, which it's based off of another piece called Right Click Save, which sold for $7 million, you would actually own one fraction of it. I own one that's just right above his forehead and just one to the left of the glasses. So I highly recommend you all participate in every opportunity that you can with Deca. It's free. I'm enjoying it. You can win more things by creating your own gallery. Just give it a shot. You got nothing to lose but your time. Do you want me to transition to some of the other ones that are going on right now, Kuja, or you want to mention anything with Deca?
I think these are two great ones where it's really just about participating and it's really solely about time.
Mm-hmm.
I think now we can share some which are the pre-mint raffles. So more and more projects are actually now using pre-mint to raffle off some allowless spots for their projects.
Right.
Probably the most known or the first collection that was very known to have done that was the Moonbirds collection, I think, which now minted, I think, about 6 weeks ago. And I mean, that would have been a great opportunity for anyone, right, to participate in the pre-mint raffle. I think there was about a 50% chance for you to get selected to be able to mint a moonbird. And then, I mean, even right now it's still at 21 ETH, so that would have been a huge gain.
Yeah.
Um, I would, I think something we gotta clearly point out is that it was, I mean, it was 2.5 ETH to mint, so it was really expensive right from the outset. And one of the requirements was that you actually needed to have the 2.5 ETH in your wallet.
Right.
Another pre-mint raffle that just happened was the Goda raffle, the Goda Mint Pass. Goda, yeah, not
Sorry. Gouda.
I think you're hungry a little bit, right? I like Gouda too. But yeah, no, this is the Goda Mint Pass. This is by there's actually Pharrell is behind it as well. He's part of the team Cast as well, the very known contemporary artist. And owning this pass, you are able to participate in everything that they are going to forward as the gallery of digital artists and who they're gonna involve in it. And this was a 1 ETH pre-mint raffle, so again, it wasn't like super cheap, and again, you needed to have that in your wallet. But yeah, it would have been like Moonbird. It would have been an immediate gain. And also something that's really interesting about these raffles is that you can just sign up, and then if you get selected, I mean, you can just observe the action that is happening on secondary market. And so people that got selected on the allow list, they could see that on secondary market, these NFTs were immediately trading north of 6 ETH. So at that point, I think, it was obvious that, when you minted this, you could have just flipped it immediately and get, uh, even after taxes and fees, you probably would have gotten at least like a 3-4 ETH profit out of it. And I mean, that's cool. But yeah, what you needed to do is to be really early onto these opportunities. And yeah, I mean, I would recommend to make sure you stay in touch with upcoming projects. In our Discord, the HODL, and we also link that in the description below. We're always, all of us are paying attention to what might be upcoming projects, and then we share proactively some of these projects in the HODL.
Right. Oh,
But there's actually one project that you mentioned earlier to me that you have your eyes on at the moment, where you think it might be a good opportunity to participate in the pre-mint raffle. Do you mind sharing that with the crew?
yeah, I mean the only issue with the Gata and the Moonbirds is you had to have some ETH. So for some of us, this might be their first time that they're ever entering Web3. And Gata, I mean, if you had to have 1 ETH, that means you at least had to have invested $1,800 approximately into Web3. If you wanted to do the Moonbirds at the time, that was a very expensive mint at 2.5 ETH. I mean, we were looking near $5,000. This one, on the other hand, though, is actually not that bad, and it's with a brand that all of us are probably familiar with, Lacoste. And so this is happening in 4 days and 18 hours, and it's going to be a 0.08 ETH mint. So you only need 0.1, which is very, very little to have in your wallet. We're only talking like a few $100s. And if you have that in your wallet, then you can enter through premint.xyz. Always make sure that the website says premint.xyz. And then from there, you connect your wallet, you follow them on Twitter, and then you join them on Discord. And then the first role that you get is an egg crocodile. So get that role. And then once all three of those are met, then you can enter the raffle, and ideally you get a chance to mint one of the 13,000 spots. Will you mint it? That is completely up to you. And our recommendation is that you take a look at what's going on the secondary market, because as soon as there's a window for minting, those NFTs are instantly available for you to see on OpenSea. And if you're seeing that it's minting for, I'm always aiming for more than 2x. I'm looking for more of a 3x at least. If you're seeing something like that, then you can go ahead and mint it on their official website. And then at least you could instantly sell it for making a profit, or you could decide to hold on to it if you think it's got a ways of growth in the future. The other one is if you really don't have any ETH or very, very little ETH in your wallet, you can always find some that are free mints. And this one, they were originally going to cost 0.07 to mint, But I think with this current trend where everyone's doing free mints, I mean, this is going to cost you nothing but to have 0.00001. I mean, that we're talking like a few dollars, maybe even a few cents at that price. Follow on Twitter, join their Discord, connect your wallet, and if you win, you can see what the secondary market's going for, and if it's worth your time, you can very quickly, I mean, from free mint, at that point, it should all be profit. And there's quite a few that are listed even here in the top 20 that have been free mints that are doing pretty decent when you're looking at their current market price. So it's one way for you to start getting involved, start getting a little bit of ETH in your wallet. And then from there, you can actually participate in some of perhaps the more expensive drops that are yet to come. So those are our 10 cents. Is there anything else you want to add to that, Cucho?
No, I think this was good. I mean, yeah, we just wanted to share some examples. And I think some of the themes, so we also shared some examples from the past, but I think some of the common themes of how to come across these opportunities, I think one for me is always to keep in touch with what are upcoming projects, and once you look into those projects and you look into the team and you feel like, oh, what they are building seems promising, then pay close attention to if they are doing something like a pre-mint raffle, and then participate in that if you want to. So I think that's doing your research. And then I would also say, generally, for the projects that you like even if you don't have any exposure to them, and if like the NFTs are expensive, but you just genuinely like the projects and you would like to be a part of them, be active in their Discord. Also, look at what are they doing. Are they doing some competitions, some creator challenges, some quests? And I'm sure that with most projects, if there might be entry points that you can create for yourself without investing any money, like we shared earlier with the Cyberbrokers project,
Right.
and some others. So those are like two themes that I see, that I think are good takeaways from this discussion right now. But anything you would add in terms of overarching takeaways?
I just think participation in a bear market is key. So find ways to participate. Uh, in Web3, participation gets rewarded. It's your opportunity to get involved. And I think you will all be surprised that it really doesn't require you to have a huge amount of money invested to be involved in Web3. And this is one way where you can get your feet wet, get some momentum, and then from there on to the next one. So feel free to join the HODL. Feel free to keep in touch with us on Twitter or on Discord. We are here for you. Always, we want to help you win. We believe that the best way for us to win is if we all win together. So please keep in touch, and let us know what we can do to help you on your journey into Web3.
Cheers, everyone. Thanks for tuning in.